stream is up. We are good to go. We're just waiting on the rest of Swamp Gators, it looks like. Alrighty, though, guys. Before we get into this is Season 1 CleetiCup. It's the finals, basically, our equivalent to, any major game. We have a Gundam gang versus Swamp Gators. And honestly, both these teams are in a bit of a Cinderella story. But before I get into that, I have James and Max. Both have been on the cast with me throughout the season. They're going to be joining me for this stream here tonight. And yeah, I did want to get into the whole Cinderella feeling for both teams. Swamp Gators and Gundam Gang both did not start the season out well, as you both know.
Oh yeah, I mean, they start off with Gundam Gang, arguably the championship favorites in the beginning. And I think they dropped maybe the first 2 matches. I know they fell to like 3-3 at one point, and you almost wonder how good they were gonna be for the rest. Oh, same thing with Swamp Gators.
Yeah, I think a lot of momentum coming in from Swamp Gators. Honestly, from both teams, That's kind of surprising that these are the two teams that made the CleetiCup, not because of the talent lacks, but just because both of them had a really slow start to the season and then heated up really fast and was able to get back in that race. And both of them made the playoffs. I think they were both the lower seeds too, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and ended up coming in and getting upsets to make it to the CleetiCup, and it's just a cool story to see the comeback by both of these teams in the season.
Yeah, and we should hopefully be getting into this one shortly, but while we're waiting, go ahead and give us a like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can find that link down below. And if you guys are interested in joining and competing in our league for Season 2, you can find the Discord link down below as well. Let me see if I can sort out where our missing players are. Well, they're all lobbied up, so I'm assuming they'll be joining shortly. Why is Camaro here?
Get out of here!
I don't know. I think that was
he even said, I saw him in the chat earlier, said I might watch it like instead of playing casuals.
Yeah, who knows?
But is everybody here?
Camaro, hold on.
But either way, though, these two teams, arguably, I don't completely know what the Gundam Gang's seed is. I'd say 3, but I don't know the tiebreakers. But both of these were, at least Swamp Gators taking down #1 seed, definitely a big upset. But I think I wasn't there for the stream. Me or Max weren't there for the stream, if I'm not mistaken. If you kind of mentioned the award races, but right now Umer is in a not predicament, but he is up there battling for a MVP spot, as he was tied with BLT, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was tied with BLT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a great player there. He's gonna hope. We'll see how he will do here against Swamp Gators. One thing I forgot to mention as well, Gundam Gang, they were here last season, but they fell short after being the best team, if I'm not mistaken, record-wise throughout Season 0. And now they are back here again, looking to do what they didn't. Yeah, looking to do what they haven't done before, trying to win the CleetiCup. But they have a chance to write what they claim to be theirs, something like that. Game 1 is underway in a best of 7.
Here we go, biggest game of the season.
And I'm liking what these rosters are looking like so far. We see both teams basically going with their starting lineups.
I mean, you have to. This is the championship. You need your best men out there right now performing at the top level.
Not the time to take any risks right now.
Not only that, but you need them to be on points. This is it. This is what everyone's been working towards, a championship. You cannot let this slip away. And I know this is not RLCS, but it is important to start
What
things
a
off with a
goal.
bang. And that is what Reginald's doing.
Crazy redirect. They're fast enough to read it.
And it's also a very great pass by Ball. But
absolutely.
good. Not flexibility, but it's a great way how Reginald.
And we've had that conversation before in previous games with this team. It's if Ball is connecting with Frank or Reginald, like he's like, I feel like he was kind of the missing piece they needed to get started in the season and be able to kind of be the glue that holds the team together and is able to make passes like that or score on the passes given to him.
Yeah, I've mentioned it before as well. He actually already mentioned it, but I pretty much call him the mortar. If he is on it, it will be dangerous for any team they face, but it was safe. But Frank's shot, double attempt, I should say, was saved away by Umer. Yeah.
Dangerous position here for Frank.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot!
What a
And I would also
follow.
I put a little highlight on Kaneki here too. I think he's also a major X factor in this game tonight, because we all know Umer's consistency and how he can like take over games and everything. But a big part of this, like this is a 3v3 league. This is not a ones league. So gotta have those teammates coming through, and I think Kaneki is a big part of that with this team.
I think it's going to be Best Gargoon. I think he's got to deliver here in the biggest stage of it all. We've seen Kaneki, we've seen Umer. We know what they can do. Reginald was in runnings for Rookie of the Year. We've seen what he can do. You know, Frank's had a pretty good showing in the playoffs. Balt's a veteran in the old league. It really is going to come down to, I think, Best Gargoon, in my opinion. He's going to be the difference maker.
And we don't see a lot of like flashiness from Best Gar either, which I personally like. I think system players are what works so well. And I'd agree with you. I think it's going to take both Kaneki and Beskar stepping up and helping Umer out tonight.
Yeah, one thing that...
And it's consistency from Umer too. Like let's not mention, like a lot of this still falls on him.
It does. But I mentioned this before. I do think it's worth mentioning again. When Kaneki is on it, this will be difficult to
open net.
Yeah, I feel like that should have been scored, but Kaneki, this is just gonna be open net. Got the extra touch and hits it off the crossbar, 2-1.
Gundam misses an open net that results in a goal for Gundam Gang.
You can just tell, game one, Kaneki is on it. Again, if Kaneki is on top of his game, this team will be tough to beat. And it seems like this team, if Swamp Gators is gonna want to win this, they're gonna really need to put forward their very best effort and then some.
You see, so I honestly think with this being a best of 7, you can play it a little differently here in game 1 and kind of just feel out the player. What a rebound goal here by Reginald.
And Swamp Gators kind of already did what I was going to mention, but after that miscue from Frank that led to a goal for the Gundam Gang, like, most important thing right now is just saying, hey, let's not let that deflate us. Let's not let the momentum all shift to them just because we're digging ourselves up over giving that goal up. And I think they did a good job right then of coming back out and scoring pretty quick.
And just like that,
there's another one.
You talking about deflation? You come back to tie it, and then an immediate kickoff goal happens. That's unfortunate, really.
Two very unfortunate goals given up by Swamp Gators here, and they got to get past those mistakes if they want a shot at holding up with this very towering Gundam Gang team that's been around for a while and back-to-back CleetiCup appearances.
Yeah. But one thing I want to mention that Willix actually brought up too, this is the only game that's the best of 7. This is a little different. You have a little more leeway. But at the same time, though, you do not want to lose the first 3 games. And what a shot from Frank, popping it right over Umer.
Little makeup for the mistake he had.
These teams are just swinging right now.
Yeah, Beskar could not get the touch. Just a little awkward, and Umer just wasn't able to react to Frank's touch. Tied 3-3, minute 53 seconds left. Might be 4-3.
Another kickoff goal.
Oh man, this is unfortunate.
And one thing I will say about this game 1 so far, I don't know what the rest of the series holds, but a lot of our a lot of our streams, like we talk about a lot, momentum is key, but I haven't seen any like huge shift in momentum from either team. It's been very back and forth in the scoring so far.
Yeah, it's a very close game. Boomer's trying to set up a pass. First Kaneki got there, and what a save off the post. But Baskar's gonna keep it open off the backboard. Boomer got there, but this goal is.
Oh, what a save!
Good save from Frank. And Reginald just got that other touch around Kaneki to get the clear out. Game 1 has been very high pace, high action so far. Doesn't seem like it's gonna hold up here.
Right? We want that high pace, high scoring action that's gonna be able to provide a good source of entertainment for us.
Most definitely. Frank. Gonna
Good
pass
pass.
to Reginald. Shot saved by Beskar. A lot of shots have been going out. And another one might be here. But no one was there. Kaneki. Got her over one. Gonna go for another touch. The pass. The Beskar, but got broken up by Reginald.
Boomer's not in position to go put that shot back on.
Reginald gonna try to pass it back to Bolt. Oh, he was third. He committed. Now Beskar couldn't get the touch. Reginald was able to get the flip reset, but this is gonna go right towards Boomer. Off the back wall. Pass. But that got broken away by Bolt. Now.
I think Uber was trying to go for a double tap there instead of putting the shot right on net, just to confuse him.
30 seconds remaining. Beskar is going to take the immediate shot. Can Frank get this? He does get the touch. Ball's going to get another touch, but that's going to be a little high regardless. There's a team bump by Swamp Gators.
My.
Got the save.
That was a crazy shot by Kaneki though. Like, great defensive play, but even though it didn't go in, I'm super impressed by that shot.
Less than 10 seconds remaining. About one, actually. Done the game. Oh, Umer doesn't get the touch, and that will do it. Swamp Gators take game 1.
Yeah, that was a very back and forth game. I didn't see any, like I said, I didn't see any huge momentum shifts from either side. I think it was well played. There were a couple pretty costly mistakes by either team, but in the end, Swamp Gators are able to pull it out. And for your Gundam gang, I don't think I would be disappointed in how I played that first game. And I think you're very much so still in the series, especially it being 7 games as opposed to 5, how it usually is.
Oh, without a doubt. And I think you just have to remain a little calm. You know, there's plenty of time. There's still plenty of games left to turn this ship around. And you just treat this game 1 as kind of like getting your feet wet, getting a feel for how the other team's going to rotate, what pacing they're going to come at you with, what kind of plays they're looking to make against you. And now you've got to adjust if you're Gundam gang. You've got to get a win here in game 2. Falling behind 2-0 in the opening of the series is not a good way to start.
Yeah, exactly. And as a fan of this league, I want nothing more than this series to go to 7 because that was a very entertaining game 1, and I hope we have a lot more of that coming.
Well, it's up to these guys to decide whether this is going to go to game 7 or end in 6-5, maybe even 4. As we are waiting for someone to spectate, most likely. But here we go, game number 2. Can Gundam gang capture this one after failing to capture the first one? It's gonna be tough. Reginald gets goal number 1. I mean, another kickoff goal.
Yeah, that's a lot of kickoff goals we've seen given up by both teams.
Kickoff goal number 3. Won't be one here though, but Kaneki gonna cleanly get this one. Guy over 1. Ball doesn't get the touch. This is gonna be an open shot for Umar. He will capitalize. He immediately ties it up.
And I don't know, man. It's just like neither team can play defense. I don't know, but they are racking up the points.
Yeah, a lot of goals have been scored. That is, right now, I want to say 9 in the series so far, and we're only 15 seconds into game 2. It's a lot of goals. Ball's gonna try to add on another. Got 1 touch, but Kaneki got the clear. Towards mid. Reginald's gonna go for the shot, but that's saved by Umer. Beskar will be able to get the clear. But that
Beskar with a good touch. It is.
This is
Swamp
crazy.
Swamp Gators a little overcommitted, a little pushed up, and Beskar was able to punish them for it.
In the transition goal.
Yeah, I guess this is to be expected, though. This is the championship. High pressure, high stakes. Only makes sense for stuff like this to happen. Now Umer will take to the sky. Go for a pass to Kaneki. Actually, I think he faked it.
I think, yeah, I don't know what he was going for, but I don't think of, yeah, no, that was a little messy.
Yeah, now, their way, Bolt wasn't able to get the touch. And Umer will play the 50. It actually works out in Frank's favor, but Beskar was able to get a touch. One thing I forgot to mention, that none of us has a one shot and pass between Frank or Bolt and Reginald, excuse me. I mean,
what a touch.
Yeah, very good touch. But like I was saying before I got interrupted, last time these two met, I'm pretty sure Swamp Gators swept Gundam game, if I'm not mistaken. So there is that in the back of their minds as well, but this series has been very close. Oh, we'll see what happens. Beskar is going to set up a pass. Kaneki doesn't get the touch. But Umer, rebound shot, that got pinched out. And now, Umer is going to leave it for Beskar, who gets an accidental second touch, but that will work out for Kaneki. Kaneki get around, kind of bump Frank, but Frank is still able to control it. Will be able to get the clear and pass towards Bolt. Oh, got the demo. Kaneki, I don't know if there's anyone in net. Umer does get back in time. Maybe a little bit waste of chance, but Reginald still going to try to do something. Stealing reset does not work out for him. But Bolt was able to help him out. Bolt can't get the other touch. Kaneki gets a booming clear. Slonker's got to retreat. Oh, that's a team bump. That is not what you want to see if you're a Gundam game fan.
At first, I really thought they were going for the fake there, and then I realized afterwards that they bumped into each other. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Beskar might be a little panicky, but he does get it around two. This net just open. Frank does get back in time. Frank has had a lot of close saves this series so far. And now he's going to look to do some work on offense. Frank is going to look for the double. Doesn't get the double. And Umer will be able to get the clear with half the game remaining.
And these touches off the wall have almost all been ideal. They almost all put the ball around net.
Yeah, it's been close. Just can't capitalize. The offense that we've seen throughout this game for the majority of it has been going stale, but this might do it. But that was safe to Bolt. Now Reginald, oh, this is going to be dangerous.
Counter attack here.
Reginald for the double and Reginald gives his team the lead.
These are the plays you hire Reginald for. It's crazy, take over the game solo plays that just like get you a quick and easy goal
To get
like
the
say
lead.
Again, the plates, you get the lead.
Yeah, those solo plays. I know it's a team sport, but sometimes you do need those solo plays and faults. I mean, I don't know, that wasn't really a solo play. Oh, I mean, kind of. No, not really. It was a good play from Reginald to pinch that. Or a good 50, where he goes to the corner and Bolt was just right place, right time, just slots it into the net. 2-goal lead for Swamp Gators, though. Now, Gundam Gang. I have to figure out this Swamp Gators defense right now.
Oh,
Not even a shot.
Kaneki,
power.
he is making sure that this game stays in check. Just a booming shot. Yeah, he just completely
Nobody
sent that
expected that to go that hard.
Now, 4-3. They got one back. 1 minute 51 seconds, plenty of time. Oh, that's not gonna help their efforts though. Beskar got the message. There's a demo. Kaneki. Excuse me. Umer.
Booster here.
Yeah, just gotta stall for some time. Now Frank will get a touch, but this will go towards Kaneki. Gonna go up
An
the
awkward
wall.
landing.
This is so dangerous, but Bolt does get clear. Wait, Beskar gonna get a touch. Kaneki and Beskar both double commit. This is not good, but Umer does get a touch to buy his team some time. And he will actually still continue with it. Reginald's gonna have to make the save. He will.
Good pinch on the wall there.
Frank gonna try to get the double. Umer was able to beat him to it. Got the other touch too. Kaneki in the air. Tries to go
what
under.
a save.
It's a good read by Reginald. Get that
Oh,
save. That might be
it's
shot, but
by
that's
Reginald.
off. He is off by Frank. Couldn't get the touch. Beskar is forced into action. But now, Swamp Gators trying to put the pressure on Gundam Gang. Gundam Gang doesn't have much time left, and that's not a good play by them.
Oh, what a miss!
If he put that on target, though, I think that's going
more on
in.
target, and that was getting saved. Nice
Will it
pinch
come
up
back
the
to haunt
field.
them right now is what we're about to find out.
I don't think that was. I don't know if it would really much haunt them regardless. I think that was going to be safe. But Beskar gets another miss. He's been whiffing a little bit this series. Bolt gets a good enough 50. Umer
10
is able
seconds.
to
Can Umer keep it on the... get it up over to the other side of the field? It doesn't look like it.
Uh-oh, and that will do it, most likely. Reginald. I mean, Beskar was just caught in an awkward position after this hit from Ball.
And Reginald took over this game. 4 goals, an assist, 4 saves on 4 shots. 952 points with 3 seconds left on the clock.
He was most definitely the MVP for this match. And yeah, game 2 will go to Swamp Gators. And now if you're Gundam Gang though, you almost wonder what's going on. What do they need to change? Because whatever is happening here is not working.
Their point distribution looks great, and I think they're all kind of stepping up and doing everything, but it's just not enough. You need to see some more big plays. And on the other side of that, like, well, I don't want to say too much because they won, but you'd like to see a little bit more out of the teamwork between the team. Like, I understand Reginald had a great game there, but you need Frank to. You can't just rely on Reginald every single game. You need Frank to put some points on the board too.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I think Frank played a quiet game, but he did good enough to help his team win.
No, I'm not saying he had a bad game. I'm just saying, like, it's not. This is a Gundam Gang team that is able to adjust to what they need to adjust to, and now you know they've got Reginald's number out here, and making sure they're putting a lot of defensive focus more on him than they usually do. That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's what I know that I'm saying. We're going into game 3 with a 2-0 lead for Swamp Gators right now. And honestly, I'm a little surprised.
Me too.
That's debatable. Again, they swept their series, last time they played each other. But game 3 is starting, and this is pretty much a must-win for Gundam Gang if they want to have a fighting chance in this series. Because trying to reverse sweep in a best-of-7 is asking a lot out of people trying to do so.
Nice little touch there by Beskar.
Was really able to do much, or wasn't really able to be there for him. Kanaki's going to be deleted. Reginald got it around 1, but Umer, very solid defense in the pass, but that was a little too far forward, not balls. Able to get this dog. And now Frank will come, and that might just go towards them, but Umer able to race to get back. Reginald does not get the touch. Might have to sacrifice his possession. Beskar didn't get a great touch either. Now Kanaki's going to go for a shot a little high, but that will get cleared away by balls. Right now, I feel like if Gundam Gang wants to win this, they need to see a lot more production from Beskar.
I agree.
Just not doing all that much. It feels like been whiffing a lot. In my opinion, might be the worst person on the pitch. Oh, that's just a miscommunication between him and Umer. But that might not come back to bite him. It will though. Reginald a good shot to give his team a 1-0 lead.
And I know if the Swamp Gators do end up pulling this out as the win, at least so far, there's a lot of games left to play, but at least so far, Reginald is my MVP of the CleetiCup so far.
I think he's going to be MVP if they win no matter what after the way he's played in these 2.5 games.
I know, that's a bold statement considering how many games we got left.
I mean, in reality, if they win this game, we've got 1 game left.
Or if they don't, we potentially have 5 left.
Uh-oh. Oh, what a read, I want to say, from Beskar after the clear from Frank.
I didn't even see what happened there.
Yeah,
Look at
he
that
just
floater.
came in and Bulk was just too awkward to really save it. Now it's time
Yeah,
for him to
that's
keep-
exactly the stuff that you need from Beskar right there.
Yeah, hopefully that lights a fire under him. Because Gundam Gang's gonna need it. That's how good Reginald's been playing. And honestly, everyone from Swamp Gators team, everyone's been contributing one way or another, whether offense or defense.
Oh, what a 50.
A good 50 from Frank. Not going to do much with this. Help them keep possession. Kaneki will be able to get the clear. And it's a good fit. Good enough 50 by Kaneki, but Reginald was able to get to the ball first before it does get cleared away.
Nice 50 from Beskar here too. I know it's kind of like his play style here, but it's been a pretty quiet game so far for Umer too. I'd like to see him do something. He might set something up here, but he's beat to the ball.
Doesn't get the touch. Now Beskar will have possession. Actually gets the demo. Now Kaneki's going to have free reign of the ball. Goes for the immediate shot, but Reginald was there. Oh, he may have gotten a touch that he probably didn't want to get.
Oh!
Now ball won up, but
What a
good save from
by
Beskar. Boomer was able to get the clear.
I think he pre-jumped that.
Kinda. But sometimes you need to do it. Now demo on Kaneki. Boomer does get the clear. This could be a little dangerous.
Good flip reset. Beskar again able to get there.
Yeah,
We've
good
seen a
pass.
lot more activity here by Beskar this game. That's exactly what we said the Gundam game needed.
That was a wide shot from Kaneki. And now, Boomer called off Beskar, was able to get the touch. But now Beskar's going to be calling an action regardless. Does get the save. Now, after going to the right side of the wall, Frank, or I guess my right. Frank will get the touch. Boomer got it around ball as well as Frank. And now Reginald. Oh, that was a missed touch, and
Nice
Boomer was able to
score.
capitalize. 2-1 now. Gundam
There
game.
you go. All of a sudden, you're in this series if you can hold off another goal happening for the next minute.
I honestly
Very.
think with how high-powered Swamp Gators is, you don't try to hold off a goal, you have to try to score another goal.
I don't know, with a minute left.
They're too high-powered. If you play a little too defensively, this team's gonna put goals against you.
I'm not saying don't take any more shots, but I'm saying don't overcommit either. You don't have to play as aggressive as you have been on game.
I do agree with both. You don't want to be super aggressive at the same time, though. If you are given an opportunity to set yourself up for a score, potential score at least, I would try to take it.
And I do think it's important to keep pressure on the other side of the field.
Uh-oh. What a pass from Frank to Reg here.
What a shot by Reg. And again, he's kind of taken over this game too. Through 3 games.
Yeah, made up for his mistake that he made.
That was Frank, I believe.
Well, Reginald had a mistouch on, or ended up going
Oh, I
up.
thought
And
you were talking about in game 1.
no, I'm talking about in this game.
Gotcha.
Beskar gets the demo. Either way, 10 seconds left. Can we see overtime?
Overtime.
If I'm... Oh my
Maybe
goodness.
not though.
Oh, this
Maybe
is not the
not.
first touch. Ball.
Beskar, you
Can't
gotta get that. Oh, okay. What a save by Kaneki. What a save by Kaneki.
Ball still up. Reginald shot.
Oh,
Saved by
saved by
Umer.
Umer.
Re-jumped it. Ball will just hit it to the ground. We got overtime.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
goodness. He's gonna get there in time. Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine?
Umer takes the medium shot. That might go in.
It's
And
good.
it goes.
My goodness. There's
Go
hope
ahead.
for Gundam Gang after
You
all.
got it.
I
Frank
meant-
didn't go for it because he figured Reginald had to save.
No, I think he may have just backflipped on accident. May have been a mechanical mistake in Gundam. After I said this was a must-win game, and they do get game number 3.
They pull it out. Another big game from Reginald though. And I know I said at the beginning of this game it was a quiet game for Uber, but he definitely came back in and turned that whole game on its head by the second half of it.
I think Gundam Gang showed that as long as you keep fighting and do not let up, you know, your opponents are going to make a mistake or an opportunity is going to arise, and you're in a good position to capitalize on it. And we see it here with a big win in Game 3 for Gundam Gang to stay alive and get some momentum back.
And honestly, even though Uber may lead the scoreboard for his team, I think I give that game to Beskar as my MVP of Game 3 here. Able to get 4 clutch saves, a lot of them being real turners in the game, able to stop the game from going, or able to keep the game going to overtime, saving at the very end. I think he had 2 of them there at the very end, but
I don't know. Umer did come up clutch both on offense and defense, but Beskar certainly performed way better that game than in the games prior. If you're a Gundam Gang fan, you definitely want to see more of that from Beskar. But we are live and underway in game number 4. Who will take this one? Will it become a 3-1 series lead for Swamp Gators, or will the series become a best of 3?
I would love this this series to just reset, basically go 0-0 again and see Gundam Gang win this.
Yeah, we'll
At that
see.
point, all strategies kind of change because you're back to square one and able to just put the next couple games in front of you and not have to worry about playing from down or playing up.
That'd be fun for the fan point of view, and for Gundam Gang as well.
Uh-oh.
Ball doesn't get to touch Kaneki.
Oh,
Thought he was gonna
there,
get
but
touched.
Umer is, and Reginald saves.
Beskar's gonna try to give it to Umer, but Reginald got the double. And now, what's gonna be Kaneki? He actually may have mistouched, and that's a double commit. Gonna pretty much give away possession, albeit Umer does give first to the ball there. Ball.
Oh, good
positioned
pass.
well.
Good breakup by Kaneki though.
Here, Frank. Gonna pass to the Reginald. That was a
Nice.
double commit. Reginald couldn't get the touch. Beskar will be able to get the clear.
Another
what
good
a-
clear.
And it's just a little off. Kaneki was still able to read it.
And that's the stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet too, with that clear the Beskar. Another one right there.
Oh, what a
what
shot!
a
Oh,
But yeah, that doesn't go on the stat sheet with seeing Beskar like getting these clears that are breaking up goals here by a pretty aggressive attack by the Swamp Gators so far.
Actually, I feel like it's pretty aggressive on both sides as well.
Both,
Beskar
yeah.
for a pass. The net wide open.
It's
Kaneki.
good!
Hot. There you go. Nate Gundam Gang gets the first goal off of a good feed from Beskar. Kaneki just puts it right behind the 2 defenders.
Yeah, in this game so far, I don't think the ball has lived in midfield very much. It's been very aggressive attacks on whichever side can get the ball in their possession.
It definitely feels like we're watching the best 2 teams in the majors play.
I do agree. I'll be honest. I do agree with that.
It makes me laugh. The BLT sitting in, yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there's no offense, but take all offense you want if you want to. I don't care. I'm the other team I'm on the other team that's pretty much claiming that these 2 teams are the best 2 teams in the league. They're proving it here. Reginald's up for the double
Uh-oh.
though, but Umer was
Good
able to
clear by
clear.
Umer.
Now Umer's gonna be on the offensive. It's a good 50.
It's a really good 50.
Honestly, by both sides, like it was just like completely centered.
Now Umer, take to the sky, pass off the backboard, but Reginald was able to get the clear. Also got to get the read. This might be awkward. This will be Frank. Will be able to
There's
put it
Frank.
in.
With the quiet past couple of games, Frank was able to come in and get a solid goal to tie up the game about halfway through.
Kaneki just could not get that read on defense, and ended up costing his team as Frank was able to put it in with Beskar being awkward in the net. Now it's tied 1-1. Now Beskar tries to flick it over Frank. Good fit. Good read by Frank. But now, see what Kaneki has in store. Actually gets it up to Umer. Now Kaneki couldn't get there in time. Frank got the save. Reginald will get the clear. Beskar got bumped, I think, but he still got the 50. Bolt got it over the defender, but Umer was able to get the touch. And now Kaneki. Big possession, Frank. A good read. Reginald puts it off the corner. Demo in net, but Kaneki got one touch. Got the bump. Oh
What
no.
a bump by Kaneki there, but Beskar ain't not able to capitalize on it. Nice 50 by Umer.
Still gonna be miraculously in Swamp Gators half, albeit not for long. But still right back in. Kaneki takes to the sky. Frank
Nice
got
touch,
the
though.
save. And a demo on Beskar. This game has seen a lot of demo so far, it feels like. Or at least it's been picking up. Now Beskar double commit between him and Kaneki. You've seen that happen a few times this series. Well, gonna be able to clear. Now Reginald. Can't really have to give up possession now, Frank. Gonna try to do something, but Kaneki gets the clear.
Nice breakup there.
60 seconds left on the clock.
1 minute remains, tied 1 apiece.
And we might start calling Umer the 50 king after this game. Feels like every ball that he's touched has just been put in the right position.
It's a deep shot. It's good.
Oh!
What a shot from Umer, but I'm curious to see what happened on defense. No one was really there.
I mean, even as a spectator, I wasn't expecting that to go in. I thought that was going to crossbar.
I think Reg thought Bolt was going to be in position, and once Bolt just couldn't get into position, it was gone. It was too late.
I do agree with that. I think that's probably what happened as well. It's costly though. 2-1 now. Gundam game.
Oh, it could be 3-1. Nope.
It's not gonna happen. Oh, this could be a 2-2. No, Kaneki's there.
Right to Frank.
A good demo. Frank gonna keep possession, but Umer, his 50s, like you said, Max, have been on point this whole series, especially this game.
And a miss by Reginald.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Beskar, you've got to get it, Beskar.
Gonna get it, Reginald. Gets it around one.
Oh, the bump! The bump!
Wow.
Oh no, Gundam Gators fell apart a little bit there, but what a play by Reginald. Not only for the pass, but a great bump.
Umer almost got there.
My.
2-2. 3 seconds left. Looks like
My
we're headed
jaw
to
was on the
overtime.
floor after that ended that regular.
What a bump.
Now overtime. Will the series become 3-1 or 2-2? We'll have to see. One goal will decide it for this game. Beskar going for the pass, but ball was able to intercept it. Gonna wander into the blue half before Umer does pick it up.
And this is another one of those cases where, like, if you're a Gundam game, you definitely have to think, yes, we definitely could have scored that goal to put it away, but we can't let ourselves get down. We're in an overtime game and still very much so in it to tie the series up. And you can't let that be. Nice clear.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Can't let that define the rest of your game now.
What a touch by Frank.
Uh-oh.
Good save by Beskar. Keeps it out. Demo on ball is gonna kinda not really force Swamp Gators to give up possession, but they do end up doing so anyway. Kaneki will just throw it to the net.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I feel like my hand has not left my forehead for the last 2 minutes of playtime.
Uh-oh. This is dangerous. Kaneki trying to go for the 50, but that was cleared away by Frank. Bolt got the pass before getting demo.
Nice.
That was able to get the touch.
Or was it a fake?
Maybe. Oh, that's a double commit. This is dangerous. Reginald has to get the touch. Doesn't get the touch. Kaneki
Bro,
pass.
Kaneki's clears have been. We talking to Umer's 50s. How about Kaneki's clears this game?
Umer ended up missing that one. That might be.
Oh my goodness.
Reginald is insane. Like, I'm just. He's crazy this game. And Frank, what a air dribble to pass it. And what communication by the two of them to be able to hand that off. How do you read that? How do you read that as Gundam game to be able to say, wow, this is what I need to do to defend this?
Well, no offense to Umer, but he did end up missing a touch there when that ball was boomed up high. That most definitely did not help. And I mean, yeah, either way, the other two defenders of Kaneki and Beskar, it was very weird. It was very hard to read those, especially hoping with how they were positioning. They pretty much had to hope that Reginald was not going to get the touch he did, and well, Reginald has been performing lights out, so yeah, he's going to get that touch, unfortunately.
And the only
Very
thing
good
I can
game.
think about at the end of that game is, wow, like that open goal that the Gundam game could have been could have made this a completely different series than it is right now. It being 2-2 as opposed to 3-1 in favor of the Swamp Gators now.
Yeah, again, you just gotta capitalize on those. Can't be making. I mean, I know there's gonna be mistakes happening with this being a championship game, but some of those, they just have to be put away. You cannot afford, especially when you're down in a series, to miss those types of chances.
This is it though, right? This has got to be the moment. If you are on Gundam Gang, this is where you make your name. You're down 3-1 on the series in the CleetiCup. If you guys can figure out a way to come back and win this, you're going in the record books.
And here's my question to you guys. Oh, almost there by Umer. But here's my question to you guys. If you're Gundam Gang, let's say hypothetically you drop this game, or even any of the next three, do you look at yourselves and say, wow, we've made an appearance both of the seasons that we've been playing, and we've made an appearance in the CleetiCup for both of them, but we've fallen just short both times. Do you look at this team and say, hey, we need something different, or do you run it back for season 2 and try your hand with the same roster again and see if you can get something to work where you can finally close the deal?
I think so. First off, I think they haven't had a true third man. There was question marks with Haxie last season, and going into this season, they lose him. Shillful comes in to try to fill that third man role, and then Beskar Goon's gonna be the guy. It looks like, but I think having a reliable third they're only a piece away. They're really only a piece away.
I'm not gonna answer this question right now. I feel like it's a little too early because we're still in Game 5. I'll be 1 minute gone in.
Yeah, the series is definitely not over. I'm just saying, as a hypothetical situation, you have to look at what might need to change to be able to make yourself be
What
best in
a
the league.
touch.
Good stave by Umer.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, I'm not gonna answer it because in my opinion, it is a little too early. But it's my opinion, Frank does get the clear. Needed to get that clear. Landed on Reginald. Reginald's gonna have to give it out to Balt. Balt was able to take possession. But can he set up?
And here's my question: is the move for Umer to leave and join Remix and BLT in the next season?
I don't think that's happening. Let's be real. I don't think that's happening. I don't think Umer's
It
that
isn't
type of
happening
player.
because Umer's already confirmed his return as a captain for season 2. He's not
Confirmed is
built
a
that
funny
way.
word, Willis. Confirmed? Maybe. I mean, you never know.
Oh,
though.
where did this man come from? A surprise.
You never know.
The guest caster.
He's been here. He already unmuted himself once.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Whenever you said these are the two best teams for sure in the league, he said, I don't know about that one.
Oh, I did not hear that at all.
Yeah. Now 2.5 minutes left though. In the game, no score has actually happened yet with all this yappering around. Like he might be trying to change that, but that's not gonna happen. Reginald will be taking possession, but that gets to be broken up. I couldn't really tell who got that. Look at the best guard now, Umer. There's a demo. Too committed though on the demo. Oh, this still might just go in though. Oh, what happened here? Aside from the
They're not
demo.
dead. They're not dead yet. It's a missed touch by Ball and Reginald. Both of them missed.
And Reginald did not get the touch, and I thought the two people going for Frank and Net was going to cost him, and does not. 2 minutes remaining. The Gundam game finally opened the door first. So far, though, the defense has been really showing up for this. It's kind of an
Yeah, and that's
outlier.
where my next point was going. For both teams, it's crazy to see the difference in pace between this game and games like 1, 2, and even 3 a little bit. Seeing all of that high-scoring action come straight out the gates, just to now see a much more defensive style of game.
Well, I mean, last game was kind of low scoring too, I feel like, compared to the first two.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like we're just looking at it all on our heads here. Seeing the last couple of games have just been super low scoring.
Both teams kind of figured each other's rotations out a bit.
Now, I don't know if anyone at home realizes this, but you can tell Gundam games, at least offense, styles change.
I said it already, and I'll say it again. Reginald is insane.
It's a great pass from Frank before he got bumped, and Boomer was probably expecting the shot far side of the net, but that was not the case. Now we're tied back one apiece. Gundam Game's gonna need to get this next goal. If they really want a chance to keep this series alive, you cannot afford to give out another. Kaneki actually ended up missing on that best guard.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no!
That cannot be what kills your series. That pass cannot be what does it.
It was
So
a
what did I
great
say?
play, though,
What did I
from
say
Paul.
about Bolt and Reginald connecting? Like, yes, while that is a little bit of a lull in the defense by Gundam Gang, like, it's... You eventually make those passes over and over again, they're gonna work.
Left on the clock.
Yeah, it was so
And now
great
less
play.
than a minute to tie it.
Oh wow!
Could this be the end of the season?
Shot by Kaneki. Saved by Red. Come on, Umer.
Hey, no bias over here. We're casters, goodness sakes. Kaneki. Gonna try to go for an air dribble. Again, another double commit. This has happened far too much. But Beskar, good pass. Shot. Umer just off the close. And Frank just got the touch.
And Frank's got possession.
It was a good 50 by Kaneki. Or a good dunk by Kaneki. Kaneki will keep it. Don't pops off the ceiling. Reginald. 17 seconds to waste. Ball. They'll take
What
the
a
immediate
shot.
target. But
Good
saved by
save.
Umer. 10
10
seconds
seconds.
remain.
Gotta get it over there.
Boomer, not the greatest of 50s. Kaneki does not get the touch, and that will fall. Swamp Gators are your season 1 CleetiCup champions.
A 4-1 win. Wow. I did
Reginald
not
MVP.
see.
Reginald MVP. He's got the soundboard out.
You know, I think without a doubt it's got to be Reginald MVP, right?
Reginald, absolutely it is.
Anytime it seemed
almost
like
every
Gundam,
game.
anytime it seemed like Gundam Gang got anything going, they get a goal, they get the lead, whatever. Reginald would come in and just take it away from them.
And honestly, I don't know the rules behind it, but even seeing if Gundam Gang could have come back and ended up winning this in 7, even seeing the way that Reginald played, I would even still consider him maybe to be the MVP, depending on what the last couple of games held. But even on a losing team, I would have said, like, just the way that he played was just, it was crazy.
And let's take a second real quick, and not just talk about Reginald, but Frank and Bolt were both key pieces for them winning in the playoffs, because both those players came up big and they were reliable for Reginald. He didn't have to sit back and play pure just defense the entire time. He could rely on both of his teammates, and it showed here in the CleetiCup.
Okay, so let's see, James. Now that the series is over, I'd like to ask you the same question that you said you wouldn't answer earlier. Do you think that this same Gundam Gang team runs it back next season, or do you think they shake something up?
They can most definitely run it back. I think there has been improvement in this team as a whole, albeit the first few games from Beskar was not the greatest. And there will certainly be questions on if they do keep him, how he'll perform. But they most definitely can run it back and win it. It's just a matter of how much will they improve. Can they keep those mistakes like the double commits away, and just minimizing these mistakes that they kind of made in this.
Man, what a performance though from Swamp Gators, and a big shout out to Gundam Gang for making it to the CleetiCup as well. But we do have our Season 1 CleetiCup champs in the Swamp Gators. Big round of applause for them, because they, like I said, they started out the season at one point, they had only had one win. They were like halfway in the season riding with just one win, and then to see them turn it around and come and win a CleetiCup, that's huge. Bolt, got to give a big shout out to that man. He's got 2 old Rocket League titles within my leagues, and now he's got a fresh one with the CleetiCup title here. And maybe this has an impact on Reginald's Rookie of the Year standings, perhaps. But that's going to be all for tonight, guys. Big shout out to James and Max on the cast. They were a huge help here. And we do have a handful of Challenger games, and then the Challenger Cup coming in the next week to 2 weeks. But that's going to be all for now. Go and give us a like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter to show some support for Cleety Studios, all of our projects, players, and teams. And then if you're interested in joining, you can find our Discord link down below. Great games, great performance from everyone in the majors this season, and that's going to wrap it up.